With a face for radio and a voice for newspapers, it's the Walt Bonetti Podcast.
Welcome to episode 26 of the Walt Bonetti Podcast for February 8th. The Walt Bonetti Podcast is brought to you by our friends at the Original Italian Pie of Kenner and Coppa Donut. On today's podcast, State Farm cuts auto rates in an election year for Louisiana's insurance commissioner. Coincidence? I think not. A Louisiana grocer gets grief about his weekly sale paper. A face-licking Florida politician. And an Alabama teen with some serious sex issues who probably won't have a Valentine's Day date this year or any year. But first, these quick hits. The DEA raided a West Bank pharmacy Thursday morning, leaving customers in the lurch. Dave's Pharmacy on Barataria is the subject of allegations of illegal drug dispensing. This was the second time in recent weeks that the pharmacy was raided. Agents seized boxes of pharmacy records and controlled substances, and patients were unable to get their prescriptions filled. Sonny Nelson recently graduated from the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries Enforcement Division Academy. That isn't noteworthy, but what is noteworthy is that Nelson is the first female to ever graduate as the top cadet. She was assigned to Wynn Parish, and congrats to her for being the first female ever as the top cadet. Consumer Reports tested 45 national, store, and private label brands of fruit juices and found that more than half had heavy metals in them. The brands included store brand juices sold at Whole Foods, Walmart, Rite Aid, Dollar General, CVS, and Target, and national brands including Gerber, Mott's, Nature's Own, Ocean Spray, and Welch's. Most were from concentrate, meaning water was removed from the pressed fruit and transported to another factory. You gotta read the labels, folks. You really do. And I keep telling you, no knock on Whole Foods, but not everything at Whole Foods is organic. It's just priced that way. Single folks, listen up. Hooters is giving away free wings to singles on Valentine's Day. You will get 10 free boneless wings when you buy 10 if you shred a photo of your ex. Now that's a cool marketing idea. Pope Francis admitted that not only have Catholic priests been molesting youth, they have also sexually abused nuns for decades. Pope Francis's predecessor, Pope Benedict, actually shut down an entire congregation of nuns who were abused. Look, I know all priests and clergy aren't bad, but there are some that are, and the ones that are need to get out. The Catholic Church doesn't need to be a sanctuary for pedophiles and sexual abusers. This is another wake-up call, and the Catholic Church needs to take some serious action. Apple CEO Tim Cook will be Tulane's commencement speaker on May 18th. In a statement, Cook said, quote, "At Apple, we believe that education is a powerful equalizing force, and I can't wait to celebrate alongside this year's students who have worked hard, followed their passion, and stand ready to change the world." And now this. It's the weekend. It started already. Just get over it. And you don't want to cook. You have errands to run. You're going to be tired. You got to deal with the kids, everything like that. So leave the cooking to the Original Italian Pie of Kenner. The Original Italian Pie of Kenner has an extensive menu and great calzones, salads, sandwiches, wraps, incredible pasta. You know it's Friday, right? So that means seafood stuffed ravioli for this guy. And they also have incredible pizza. It's in their name, the Original Italian Pie of Kenner. It's about pizza. They have great pizza. The Original Italian Pie of Kenner is located at 3600 Williams Boulevard, just a little bit north of West Esplanade. You can dine in or call them, 469-4999, and they will bring your order to your home or your office. They'll bring the food to you. No driving stress, no cooking stress, no cleanup stress, just great food. Call them. The Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard, 469-4999, and eat some great food. As I mentioned in the podcast yesterday, sad news that Coppa Donut is closing this weekend. but you can still get out there, 2321 West Esplanade in the Kenner Market Center, and show Butch and Coppa Donuts some love. Buy some great donuts. Put them in the freezer. Buy several dozen. Put them in Ziploc bags like I do. And then just take them out, put them on a paper plate, let them thaw, and they'll be ready to eat when you want it. So you can enjoy Coppa Donut 6 months from now. Trust me, you will. I have my freezer stocked with Coppa Donut. Look, a lot of places out there sell donuts, but there's only one Coppa Donut. There's only one overstuffed, filled donut out there, and huge glazed donuts. So go out there. This is the last weekend. Coppa Donut, 2321 West Esplanade in the Kenner Market Center. Coppa Donut is great donuts and more.
Only one of each of us. Don't destroy the one name.
Walt Bonetti.
Welcome back. Thanks again for spending part of your day with the podcast. State Farm, the largest auto insurer in Louisiana, announced they will cut rates by an average of 3.2% in April for its almost 1 million Louisiana policyholders. Insurance Commissioner Jim Donelon, running for re-election this year, announced the decrease. The decrease has come after State Farm raised rates by an average of 13.5% in 2017 and 8% in 2016. So, they're throwing us and Jim Donelon a bone. Don't be fooled, people. Don't be fooled. Louisiana has the second highest auto insurance rates in the country, over $900 more than the national average. We need to change that. We need to change that now. And we need to send a message to Jim Donelon this year. No matter how much money you rake in from out-of-state insurance companies to swell your campaign coffers, we want better. We deserve better from our insurance commissioner. Because we do. A 3.2% decrease after 20% plus increases? Pfft. Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? Stop trying to snow us, State Farm. Stop trying to throw Jim Donelon a bone. I know he's your boy. I know he's in your pocket. But just stop. We see through it. And we need to see through it on Election Day. A central Louisiana grocery store is getting heat on social media for using its weekly sale mailer to make a political statement. Mac's grocery store's mailer included the statement, quote, "Heaven has a wall, a gate, and a strict immigration policy. Hell has open borders. Let that sink in." Mac's owner, Reggie McDaniel, said it's about faith. Quote, "That's my meaning for the whole thing. Is are people prepared to go to heaven, or are they not? I thought it was a perfect time because everybody is talking about the border wall. Some people want it, some don't want us to have one. The only thing I was shocked about was that it's racist. I have never been in my life accused of being a racist. I'm 70 years old. I haven't evolved into one." As expected, some folks are already calling for a boycott. McDaniel said, quote, "I appreciate their shopping with me, but this is America. They have the privilege of shopping where they want to." McDaniel said that he will continue to put messages on his ad mailers in the future. Good for him. Yes, I'm a white male, but I am so sick of political correctness. I'm so sick of having people dance around what they really mean. Now, this guy can make any kind of statement that he wants. It's his business. If he wants to make it about religion, great. If he wants to make it about the border, great. It's his business. If you don't want to shop there, don't shop there. But don't bitch and complain about some guy exercising his rights. You may not want a border wall. You may not want comprehensive immigration reform. But I do, and many other people do as well. So get over yourselves. This is America, like the man said. Shop there if you want. Don't shop there if you don't want to. Go to Walmart. It's America. When I lived in Tampa, there was a section of town called Ybor City. It's still there, very famous. I would frequent this Hispanic grocery store. It was probably a Cuban grocery store, to be honest with you. And they had these balls that were mashed potatoes, and they had ground meat inside, seasoned ground meat. And they were rolled in something. I forget what they were rolled in, and then deep fried. And they were incredible. I wish I could get those here, as a matter of fact. I'm hungry for that right now. But they were great. And I would go there as often as I could and buy these mashed potato balls filled with ground meat. And I knew a little bit of Spanish. I mean, obviously, you're in Florida. You know, I lived in Florida for a while. So I picked up some Spanish, and I knew they were saying nasty things about me. Some of the people behind the counter that were getting the food for me, some of the customers, because I was white. I was not Hispanic. I get that. But their food was so good, I went there anyway. I knew what they were saying. They didn't know I knew. But I knew what they were saying about me. And I was okay with it because the food was good. That's the same principle here. If the guy at Max Grocer gives you a good deal, do you actually think you're going to drive past it to go someplace else, regardless of what he puts on his sale paper? Come on now. It's all about getting great service and great prices and treating people fair. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what I believe. I don't have to like somebody, but if they treat me fairly, that's it. I can't say any more. I want one of those mashed potato balls, though, right now.
Now, the Walt Bonetti Podcast Dumbass of the Day.
A Florida politician resigned and was forced to pay a $5,000 fine after she was alleged to grope her coworkers and lick their faces during her unwanted sexual advances. Nancy Oakley, the former commissioner of the city of Madeira Beach, was the target of a complaint to the Florida Commission on Ethics. Madeira Beach is on the Gulf near St. Petersburg. For being a face licker, forget being a politician, for being a face licker, Nancy Oakley is our dumbass of the day. A Mobile, Alabama teenager arrested last year for molesting a horse has been arrested again, this time for attempting to break into homes while carrying a stun gun, scissors, and a large sex toy. Daniel Bennett, 19, was arrested after a homeowner saw him trying to break into her home through a kitchen window. Bennett was charged with attempted second-degree burglary and violating probation. A Lyft driver kidnapped and raped a drunk New Orleans woman. Yusuf Ahmed picked up the woman and drove her from the Bywater to his West Bank apartment. He was charged with second-degree rape. Everybody needs to be careful when they're using Lyft and Uber and other rideshare companies. You got to pay attention.
Let's be careful out there. 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 Hey! Let's be careful out there.
A 35-year-old New Orleans man is in jail after police say he chased a man and swung a 2-foot-long machete at him. Around 2:35 a.m. Tuesday, Edwin Murillo was arrested after officers saw him holding the machete as he walked down Tulane Avenue. An officer pulled his weapon and pointed it at Murillo and told him to get down on the ground 6 times before Murillo put the machete on his bike and laid down. He is charged with attempted second-degree murder, aggravated assault with a dangerous weapon, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Well, that puts a wrap on today's podcast. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, story ideas, please feel free to email me, waltbradio@gmail.com. That's waltbradio@gmail.com. Don't forget to support our great sponsors, the Original Italian Pie of Kenner, 3600 Williams Boulevard, just a little bit north of West Esplanade. You can dine in or call them, 469-4999, and they'll have your order ready for pickup, or they will deliver it to your home or your office. And Coppa Donut. As I mentioned, sadly, this is the last weekend for Coppa Donut. So make sure you go out there and you support Butch and Coppa Donut. Show them some love, because they've been showing Kenner love for several years now. Coppa Donut is at 2321 West Esplanade in the Kenner Market Center. You can call ahead, 305-4858. They'll have your order ready for pickup. And like I said, it's the last weekend. And we will be sad when Coppa Donut closes. As we tell you every day, please go out and be a blessing. You have the entire weekend to do nice things for people, to change other people's lives, even your own. You can do it. Enjoy your weekend. Go out and be a blessing. And thanks for listening.
Walt Bonetti.